Hello guys, what's up? This is Blut. I'm helicopter pilot of the team Tt.Dragons. Some of you might know me, and many people ask me about some kind of guide or tutorial for the helicopter, so I decided to make some stuff for you. But the first and very basic I want to start out with is the video settings for piloting the helicopter. So I go to Options, Video, and here they are. As you can see, I have a pretty new rig, so I can run most of the video settings on Ultra. I know many players like lower video settings because of the frames per second, but I will talk about this later. Note I also turned anti-aliasing deferred off for performance, and I turned motion blur off. Motion blur is this movie-like effect when you move your mouse, then the screen blurs a bit, but personally I don't like it, so I just turned it off. The resolution I play on is 1080p or HD, and my monitor is running at 60 Hz. Yeah. My field of view is standard at 70, and I turned the colorblind support off. So about the colorblind support. Some people say they see the orange spotting better. Some people say they see the red spotting better. In my opinion, the orange spotting is beneficial on darker maps, for example Caspian Border. The red spotting is beneficial on brighter maps like Operation Firestorm or Karg Island. But just try it out and choose it or don't choose it, it's up to you. So, about the vertical synchronization. The reason why I turned this value on is that even with a new system, on these high video settings, you might have frame drops. So with 60 Hz on my monitor and the vertical synchronization on, my upper frame rate is locked at 60 FPS. On some large maps with 64 players at this quality, my frames drop to, let's say, 55 frames per second. Yeah, so this is only a drop of 5 frames per second. So a very small FPS drop. Yeah. So on the other hand, if I turn vertical synchronization off, I might have 100 frames on some parts of the map, and on other parts still 55 frames per second. So this would be a frame drop of 45 frames per second, and this is very noticeable for me. So I personally like to have low FPS drops, small FPS drops, so I keep the vertical synchronization on. So more about the quality settings. Not all people have the systems to afford ultra settings. So it's very possible to play Battlefield 3 and to play the chopper with lower video settings. When I started Battlefield 3 and I started playing the helicopter, I started with the lower video settings myself. So one thing you want to keep in mind, you can turn down all these settings and it doesn't make a great difference. But one value you always want to have on Ultra is the mesh quality. So the description says it sets the geometric detail level and draw distance of objects. Yeah. And this, for example, means it determines how far you can spot. With Ultra, you can spot much farther than with low. So no matter what system settings you run, video settings you run the game, always keep the mesh quality on Ultra. This is very important for you and playing the helicopter successfully. So this was the first small guide about the video settings. There is more to come up in the future. and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can add me on Facebook. Please don't add me on Battlelog because my friends list is very full there. So I hope you enjoyed this small guide and you're curious for the next things to come up. So have fun, guys. I'm Blut and I'm out.